Hughes Stadium in the heart of Fort Collins, Colorado, becomes the battleground for this college football contest. Pretty nice day for this game between the Colorado State Rams and the Oklahoma Sooners. Hi, everybody. This is Brad Nessler. With me, as always, Lee Corso and Kirk Herbstreit. And we're set to bring you another great matchup in the world of NCAA football.
Colorado State has outstanding leadership on defense, and it all starts with this young man. He gets his teammates lined up and ready to play every down. And, Coach, he's got them ready to go for this one.
Let's get this thing started with a coin toss, sponsored by Coke Zero. Colorado State has been waiting all week for this one. Get ready, folks. The opening kickoff is finally here. Kicks off, and here goes 4 quarters of action. He's to the 10. Across the 30. He's taken down at the 41-yard line.
Pretty decent return there, Coach.
I'll say, Kirk, field position is the key to an effective opening drive.
The offense will take over at the 41. It's 1st and 10. 3 wideouts here. And they motion a guy to the right. He's hit and taken down.
A pretty nice game there for the quarterback. If he can keep this up, he's going to have some nice numbers at the end of the game.
Defensive line is in tight. I'm not sure what happened, but one of the players is hurt. We've got a 1st and 10. They line it up with 3 receivers. Little handoff. And now he's got room to run. They pick up a good 6 yards there. 2nd down, and they're going to need about 3 yards to pick up the 1st down. High formation here. Tackle made at the 31-yard line. Nice little pitch and catch with a wideout.
Quarterback and receiver spend a lot of time together. The coaches say they stay after practice just working on their timing, and right there it paid off.
Gets it. He's in space. An 8-yard gain.
Makes the reception. Gain of 8 on the play.
2nd and 3 coming up. Ball in the 23. They come out with 4 wide out. Finds the junior. Brought down around the 17-yard line. Gain of 6 on the pass, and that's good for a 1st down.
Short throws like this are very effective because they tend to wear down the defense over the course of a game, especially when they get you a 1st down and keep the offense on the field.
End zone, in and out of his hands.
The intended receiver on the play.
2nd down, 10 yards to go. Ball on the 17-yard line. High formation here. Little handoff. Lost the ball. Fumble. And that's a defensive end who came away with that one. And fellas, we're always calling his name, but this time it's not because of a sack.
This is exactly the type of situation that this defense wanted to create today. Pressure the ball carrier and force turnovers.
So the question here is whether or not his knee hit the ground before the ball came out.
And sometimes it's hard for the official because there's a whole bunch of bodies around the ball carrier, and he can't get a good view to overturn it.
So the booth and the referee agree. The runner's knee was down.
That was still a close call, though, Brad. Even though he was down, this guy has to do a better job of holding that football.
The crowd is really letting him hear it. He's looking to pass. Hit as he threw, and he completes it. He's tackled at the 10-yard line. The screen pass goes nowhere.
You got to take your hat off to the defense. All week they preached over and over again how they were not going to let this kid use his speed in the open field, and they really shut him down that time.
And if you're a young, aspiring coach out there, I hope you're watching. That's exactly how to blow up a screen pass and shut down an athlete with breakaway speed.
And now we're going to take a look at the Pontiac drive summary. Oklahoma to kick. And it's off. Brought down at the 34. Time once again for this offense to come back out and start another drive. They'll go to work at the 34-yard line. 1st and 10. They're packed in tight on the line. The halfback with a carry. And they get him in the backfield for a loss. Well, he just couldn't get much of anything there.
No, Brad, he couldn't. And I think the offensive line's going to have to hold their blocks longer than they did on that play.
4 wide. He's scrambling. They'll bring him down at the 42-yard line. Good job on the pass there.
Yeah, let me tell you something. These passes are exactly what they need to put pressure on that defense.
And they'll bring in the goal line set for this one. Looking for the corner. And down he goes at the 45. That'll be enough to move the chain.
You know, you can just look at the offensive line and see the surge, and that running back did a good job of reading the blocks to pick up the first down.
Oh, yeah, Kirk. The big uglies are getting it down up front, aren't they?
They give to the tailback. Very good tackle in space. They'll get 2 on that one.
Gain of 2 on the play.
2nd and 9 coming up here. Ball on the 47-yard line. They line up in the shotgun. Here's a throw, and it's almost picked.
Not a great throw by the quarterback, but to be fair, that was pretty good coverage.
Yeah, maybe so. But the quarterback should know better than to make that pass in that situation.
They line this one up in the shotgun. 4 wide receivers split out in the formation. Quick pass, intercepted. He's taken down at the 43-yard line. The quarterback is really upset with himself. If he had that pass back, I'm sure he would have gone somewhere else.
This was a very athletic play by the linebacker. He was waiting on the ball and then made a fantastic interception.
First and 10. Ball on the 43. Movement along the line. Give to the tailback. He's got an opening. The 10. And he's all the way in for the touchdown. The halfback got the call and was able to carry it to Pater.
Yeah, looking smooth out there.
He's one of those guys they can count on for big plays.
And when you have moves like this halfback, it is very easy to get into the end zone.
And he hits the PAT. And here's the Pontiac drive summary. Oklahoma to kick. He sends it downfield. Across the 30. They'll bring him down at the 37-yard line. An interception cut this offense last drive short, so I think they're going to be looking for a little more success right here.
It's still early, and I think these guys just need to get into rhythm.
Kirk, you say kickers are head cases. Well, I say quarterbacks are head cases.
What? No, they're not.
Oh, yeah? Watch. If this quarterback throws an interception here, then he'll finish the game with 6 of them if he doesn't get pulled first.
They're about 4 yards away here on second down. They come out in a goal line set. Again, he'll get the call. At the 30, to the 20, to the 10. He's all the way. Touchdown. Once this kid gets into the open field, you're not going to catch him.
You know, some of his critics say that all he has is track speed. Well, let me tell you, speed is speed, as we just saw right there.
Yep, this kid is a burner. And it's not just his speed that makes him a great back, but his vision as well.
Trying to get within a field goal. They'll try the point after. And he tacks on the extra point. That score leads us to our Pontiac drive summary. Colorado State ready to kick this one off. And this one's away. He's to the 10. Across the 30. And down he goes at the 35. Well, the offense heading back out onto the field after that kick, hoping to turn this drive into another touchdown.
It would be interesting to see if the defense has made any adjustments to stop the run game.
Yeah, I'll tell you, they sure couldn't stop him from going down and scoring on that last drive, right, Coach?
He drops back, and he's sacked. They got heavy pressure on him that time.
Boy, you better believe it. The penetration got there, and boom, he went down.
Yeah, that pocket just collapsed right on top of the quarterback.
The defensive backs moving in closer. There are 7 defensive backs on the field in this defense. He's looking to pass. And he tackles him hard at the 24-yard line. He scrambled, but he didn't get much.
Brad, this defense reacts too quickly for a scramble like that to work. He needs to spread them out a little bit more to try to create more room to run.
After one, this game's still pretty close. Our score here in Fort Collins, Oklahoma, 10. Colorado State, 7. The defensive backs moving in closer. And they push him out at the 30.
I don't know what game plan this offense is running. It might need to be reassessed by this coaching staff.
And now, on 4th down, these guys will have to punt this ball away. Good stop.
And this one is a beauty. He's out to the 30. He makes it out to maybe the 49-yard line. Their last drive ended with a touchdown. Let's see what happens on this possession.
If this running back keeps running the way he's been running, and this offense will have another 6 points on the board in no time.
They'll use a 4-4 defense here. To the right and tackle immediately. A gain of 1.
It looked like the rush caused some problems there, Coach.
Yep, they were in there so quick that the running back was never able to get started.
2nd down and 9 to go. Ball on the 50. 4 wide.
Let's go!
He airs it out. And they tackle him at the 2-yard line. Now that's how you play throw and catch.
Well, guys, this is a simple timing route. The quarterback threw it to a spot, and the receiver was able to run a good route and come away with a great catch.
1st and goal from the 2, and they can smell the end zone. Let's see if their play calling changes now that they're in the red zone for the first time. He gets another carry. Touchdown, Rams. Not much trouble getting in on that one.
Yeah, the running back just ran right through the opening, almost like a truck driving down the highway. Watch out.
It was just power versus power. Both goal line sets were in, and this time it was the offense that won.
He makes the PAT. And now we'll take a look at the Pontiac drive summary. Colorado State ready to kick this one off. He kicks it. point. This flag came from the umpire, and that means this is probably holding.
Holding on the receiving team.
These are the calls that drive a coach crazy. Senseless penalties can sometimes be the difference between winning and losing the game.
The defense comes up tight on the coverage. Single set backfield. On the handoff, watch out. Gets out to around the 45. About 8 yards there.
Gain of 8 on the play.
It's 2nd down and 2 to go. Ball on the 45. The defense has about 7 defensive backs on the field. Catches it, and they make the stop at the 40-yard line.
Guys, we're up here in the booth, and we didn't know who had the ball. If we didn't know who had the ball, then you know the guys playing zone looking into the backfield had no clue who had the ball. That play fake is the reason they're looking at a first down right now.
They'll bring him down at the 34. A nice 6-yard gain by the tailback there.
6 on the play.
2nd and 4 coming up here. Ball on the 34. And we got some fresh legs in there at tailback. They go to the back, and he's hit immediately in the backfield.
That's the cornerback that got in there and made that play, Kirk.
Well, he's known for locking down receivers, but that doesn't mean he won't come up and lay the lumber on the ball carrier.
The defensive backs moving in closer, so this crowd is making their presence felt. They go with the run. He just couldn't hold off the defender, and he's brought down. And they convert the first down on that run.
The key to that play is a good blocking up front by the Hog Mollies.
You're right, and those are the kind of runs that you need to have a successful offense.
We've got a 1st and 10. Ball on the 27. Some adjustments being made there on defense. Fires it quickly. And it's intercepted. He's on the run. The 5, and he will score. And just like that, they make it a 2-possession game.
They really took the pressure off themselves there. That was a great return for a touchdown, and it gives them some breathing room on defense.
Yeah, this offense has a lot of work to do now. They're really going to have to fight to get back in this ball game.
He makes the PAT. The kicker looks like he's ready to kick this one off. He kicks it off. And down he goes at the 33-yard line. The offense comes out to start this drive, and they're hoping for a better result as they threw a pick on their last possession.
They really can't afford these costly turnovers this early in the game.
Yep, we're still in the first half, and they already have a pretty big deficit to overcome right here and now.
They go with a run. Got some open field. At the 40, at the 30, to the 20, to the 10. He's going to take it to the barn. Touchdown. And that was a big-time run.
Yep, as soon as he gets his feet. Goodbye, sweetheart.
He splits the uprights with the extra point. So we take a moment to check out the Pontiac drive summary. Oklahoma lines up for the kickoff. Sends it sailing downfield. Brought down at the 31-yard line. This offense has found the end zone on their last 2 drives, and they're coming out on this one trying to do much of the same. They line up in the jumbo set. They keep it on the ground with the tailback. At the 40. He's on the run. He's all the way home. Touchdown. That's his 3rd score of the day on the ground.
Yo, that's what I call a good start.
I'd call that better than a good start, Coach. That's a great start. Most players only dream of scoring 3 touchdowns in a game. This guy's done it in the first half.
And he adds the extra point. And now we're going to take a look at the Pontiac drive summary. They line up to kick this one away. Decent kick. Whoa, he just took a licking. They moved the ball very effectively on their last drive, which ended with a touchdown. The defense has been talking it over on the sideline, trying to make some corrections. Let's see if they can stop them this time.
And this offense needs to continue to produce on the scoreboard because they are still losing this game.
He's taken down at about the 37-yard line.
I like how this kid can use the sideline just as well as he can make plays in the middle of the field.
That's right, Kirk. They call that versatility.
That's right, Coach.
Throws, and he's right there to knock it away. There was not a soul open there.
He threw into double coverage because it was an obvious passing down, and the defense knew the pass was coming.
2nd and 10. Ball on the 37-yard line. The defense comes up tight on the coverage. Looks like the defense is only going to pressure with 3 linemen. And we got an injured player on the field. It's 3rd and 9. Ball on the 38. The defense is waiting on the pass. They're in the quarters defense. They keep it on the ground, and a great tackle right there. A great stop there, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
Before you start to blame the offensive line, really give this defense some credit. They just did a great job.
It's 4th down, and they're ready to punt this one away. And this one is a beauty. He fields the punt at the 16. Tackle at the 47. And he got good yardage on that one.
Yep, if that last guy didn't make the tackle, we'd be talking about 6 points right now.
One thing about this guy is how fluid of a runner. He's such a talent.
4 wide. He scrambled. Going deep, lays it out there. Tipped away. And the wideout had trouble holding on there.
And I'll tell you what, he was holding on for dear life there. I don't think he was concerned about the ball too much on that play. Nah.
There are 4 wide receivers split out. The quarterback in the gun. Scrambling around. Decides to tuck it in, and he's got space. Well, they didn't get the first down, but it was still a pretty good run by the quarterback.
He made a good decision to take off there.
Hey, some quarterbacks would have tried to throw the football into coverage, but he did the right thing. Just run it.
He's scrambling. Now he's going to run, and watch out. Steps out of bounds at the 33. He busted it open and kept the drive alive.
The thing I like about this kid is he's got that explosion. He goes pew, downfield, and he's gone.
They line this one up in the shotgun. 4 wide receivers split out in the formation. He heaves it to the end zone. Got a man open, touchdown. Wow, once he caught that one, nobody was going to get it.
You know, guys, this kid is a true sprinter. He runs track in the offseason.
And it shows right here, Kirk. It looked like he was running against the high school secondary.
And he adds the extra point. And here's the Pontiac drive summary. Colorado State is ready to kick it away. Kicks it away. He's to the 10. Across the 30. He's tackled at the 38. They'll set up shop at the 38-yard line. And we'll probably see how far he can throw it, as it should be the last play before the half. Complete. And he just got drilled. We've reached halftime, and there's an upset on the horizon. Our score here in Fort Collins: Colorado State 35, Oklahoma 17. The teams are lined up, and we're just about ready to start this second half. And we got an injured player on the field. They'll start at the 24. We've got a 1st and 10. They line up in the jumbo set. Room around the corner. He's out to the 30. And they finally push him out at the 48. He carried that one for a huge gain.
You know what? You can see the ball carrier showcase his speed. Once he got into the open field, he just turned on the jets and flew.
1st and 10. They come out in a goal line set. On the ground with the tailback. And he's tackled at the 39-yard line. Gain of 9.
What sprung this play was some pretty good blocking up front. They read the blitz and picked it up nicely.
They line up in the jumbo set. Got the corner. Got an opening. To the 10. And he's all the way in for the touchdown. And he converts the extra point. That score leads us to our Pontiac drive summary. Colorado State is ready to kick it away. Kicks it away. This one's going to be down in the end zone for a touchback. So before the offense hits the field, let's take the time to let you know that our game is brought to you by EA Sports. The defense is lined up with an abundance of DBs. I count 7 on the field. Hands it off. Couldn't shake free from a nice tackle there. The running back gives them 6 yards on the ground. It's 2nd and 4. Defensive line looking to clog that middle. He drops back. Caught, and he's hit immediately. Well, that was one of the best catches we've seen all day, guys.
Great concentration to go up and get that one.
And more importantly, it's a 1st down.
It's 1st and 10. Ball on their own 41. 3 wide receivers on the field. The quarterback in the shotgun. Here's the give. He makes it to the 42-yard line. Gain of less than a yard on the play. 2nd down and 9 to go. Ball on their own 42. Ace backfield. Looking to throw. And he's taken down at the 43.
Whoa, nice play. They drew up the post route and dissected the zone coverage for a 1st down.
The D-line moves to the inside. They line up with 1 running back in the backfield. 3 wide. Give to the tailback. Tackle made at the 37-yard line. They pick up a good 6 yards there.
6 on the play.
It's 2nd down and 4 to go. Ball on the 37.
The defense is lined up with an abundance of DBs. I count 7 on the field.
Throws under pressure, it's picked off. Great interception, and that just adds to the offense's woes today.
These mistakes just continue to add up. I mean, this offense can't even salvage a moral victory at this point.
Some days you just don't have it, and today is certainly one of those days. That was just flat out bad.
They're packed in tight on the line. The tailback brought down for a loss.
The halfback had nowhere to run, and he paid for it.
They need to throw some blocks out there. Hit somebody. This ain't a walkthrough.
Second and 14. Ball on the 31. They line up in the jumbo set. Little handoff. There's a player hurt. It doesn't look to be that bad.
Personal foul. Face mask on the defense.
The defense lends them a hand with that penalty.
Gosh, giving up penalty yards is so frustrating, isn't it?
1st and 10. Ball on the 44. They come out in a goal line set. Here's a handoff, left side. He's at midfield. Tackle.
Right around the 32-yard line.
And that's their 3rd first down of the drive.
Great blocking and great running equals a very successful offense.
And they've looked really good on this drive, Coach. The defense needs to figure out a way to stop them, or else they're going to have no problem putting points on the board.
Back to him, and he gets nothing this time around. That was well defended by this defense.
Hey, that linebacker made a nice play. But what about all those big guys up front on the defensive line? They're good too, boy.
Well, they created the play this time, Coach. The offensive line is so concerned with their penetrating abilities that these linebackers are able to roam free and make plays like that.
He drops back. Makes the catch, and look out. And they make the stop at the 14.
This receiver showed soft hands and hung on for the first down. And if I'm not mistaken, the defense sent their corner on a blitz. If he doesn't get to the quarterback, the numbers are in favor of the offense, just like we saw.
Tries to get around the corner. Touchdown, Colorado State. Colorado State up big. He splits the uprights with the extra point. And now we'll take a look at the Pontiac drive summary. Looks like they're ready for the kick. He sends it downfield. And down he goes at the 33.
They threw a pick the last time out. Should be interesting to see what they do this time.
You know, that was a great drive they had going that last time, too.
Yeah, but one play turned it around. It may have been a great drive, Kirk, but let me tell you something. It was a better interception.
The defense is lined up with an abundance of DBs. I count 7 on the field.
He dances around, but they're still able to bring him down. That's a 3-yard pickup.
3-yard gain on the play.
Second down and 7. Ball on their own 36. One man backfield. Takes the handoff inside and stopped immediately. Couple of yards there.
The running back just didn't have any room to move, Kirk.
That's because the defense called the blitz at the right time. They were able to come after the running back before he went for big yards.
And a new halfback checks into the game. He's looking to pass. Makes the catch, and he's got nowhere to go. They almost got the first.
Boy, that drives a coach crazy when your guy doesn't get that extra yard to get past those sticks.
This is just great defense. Once the receiver caught the ball, there was no way he was going to be able to pick up that first down.
He gets it off. They get the ball back after a touchdown on their last possession.
And the reason why they scored last time was because of the way they ran the football.
Yeah, you're right, Lee. They drove almost a length of the field. Let's see if they can put some more points up on the board.
The halfback with a carry. Brought down at the 48-yard line. He takes the handoff and responds with a 7-yard gain. One quarter to go before they turn the college football world upside down.
Our score here in Fort Collins.
Colorado State, 49. Oklahoma, 17. They line up in the jumbo set. Room around the corner. Looks like someone was called for holding. And we got an injured player on the field.
Holding. On the offense.
Beep! Beep!
Second down.
Beep!
Scooter, what are you doing?
Kirk, my friend, that's the sound of the offense going in reverse.
It's 2nd and 10. Ball on the 40. They're packed in tight on the line. They hand it off. And he is drilled at the 48. A gain of 8 on the carry. 3rd down, and they're going to need about 3 yards to pick up the first down. They come out in a goal line set. Looking for the corner. He has some room. The 10. Touchdown, Rams. What a weapon this running back is.
I'll tell you what, this guy makes the defense look silly out there. They're falling all over themselves trying to get him on that one.
And he adds the extra point. So with just over 4 minutes remaining in the 4th quarter, the score is Colorado State 56, Oklahoma 17. Colorado State gets set to kick this one away. And he's tackled at the 32-yard line.
The offense takes the field again. They were forced to punt their last time out.
They'll set up shop at the 32. They come out with 4 wide out. Throws out to the running back, no good. He comes up short.
I know sometimes backs don't have the greatest hands, but the quarterback is being too careful here. You just got to hit him with it.
Kirk, it's like putting a golf ball. If you leave it short, you got no chance. If you miss it long, at least you had a shot at it.
Catches it. And he's taken down at the 41-yard line. A good pickup that time.
Yeah, and one of the things that can really open up this offense is their ability to complete these types of medium-range passes.
You're right. That and the ability to run the ball consistently.
Fullback straight ahead. And he's tackled at the 44. And they get a nice gain on 3rd down.
Remember when we talked to the coach? He mentioned that he wanted to run the ball against this defense, and he felt that he may have some success. Well, they had some success on that play.
Throws incomplete.
Number 7, the intended receiver on the play.
It's 2nd down and 10 to go. Ball on the 44-yard line.
They line this one up in the shotgun. 4 wide receivers split out in the formation.
And down he goes at the 25-yard line. The defense looked a little lost on that one, Kirk.
Yeah, they did, Brad. Nice recognition here by the quarterback to see that confusion and then take advantage of it.
Defensive line is in tight. And he's hit immediately. 10-yard pickup on the play. It's 2nd down now, and they're just a few feet away from that first down marker. They're in the red zone, where last time they came away with only a field goal. Big play, and it's 1st and goal.
You know, having a playmaker at tight end makes those linebackers think twice before they make a move. That could be just enough time for the quarterback.
They're packed in tight on the line. They'll keep it on the ground again. Well, they're not going to win it, but they're still playing hard out there. He really plowed his way into the end zone there. Great looking touchdown.
Once you get inside the 10-yard line, this halfback is automatic.
And he hits the PAT. So with just over 3 minutes remaining in the 4th quarter, the score is Colorado State 56, Oklahoma 24. Here's the onside. He retreats. And he's tackled at the 47-yard line. Well, any dreams they had of a comeback just ended right there.
Yeah, Brad, even if they were able to recover that onside kick, they still probably would not have had enough time.
They come out in a goal line set. Gets a block on the corner. Here's an opening. To the 20. To the 10. He's all the way. Touchdown. What do you have for us, Coach?
I got rushing yards, 100 of them. That's what this player's done so far today.
You know, Coach, that's not too bad, is it?
You betcha. He's not done yet.
And he adds the extra point. So under 3 minutes to go in the 4th quarter, and the score is Colorado State 63, Oklahoma 24. The kicker looks like he's ready to kick this one off. And this one's away. Taken from the 10. They'll bring him down at the 35.
This offense did really well with the air attack on their last trip out there. Let's see if they can do the same thing here.
And it was a really nice drive, too, Brad. The quarterback got into a nice rhythm and did a good job of picking apart the defense.
He's to the 40. Big opening. Down the sideline. To the 20. To the 10. I'm pretty sure they won't win it, but they haven't quit yet. Nice call, nice blocking, and an even better run.
Those guys up front must have been hitting those sleds pretty hard in practice. The only reason this kid was able to show his big playability was because the offensive linemen executed their assignments to perfection.
He splits the uprights with the extra point. So we take a moment to check out the Pontiac drive summary. Here's the onside kick.
And it's the kicking team that's got it.
I doubt that this is going to lead to a miracle, but then again, with an onside kick that effective, you just never know.
Well, I'll go ahead and say this right now, fellas. They're done. They'd have to score 3 more times and recover 2 more onside kicks. That just ain't happening.
The offense will take over at the 41-yard line. The defensive backs moving in closer. Hand off to the left. He's into the open field. They'll bring him down
Around the 42-yard line.
and the halfback's got nowhere to go.
Solid stop there by the corner on that one. I'll tell you, I love to see a cornerback willing to step up and make tackles like that.
The defense has about 7 defensive backs on the field.
Tackle made at the 46. A decent gain on the pass.
Yo, Kirk, good job by the quarterback here reading this play.
Yeah, the defense came with a blitz, and you're right. Great job by this young quarterback of recognizing the coverage and spotting the open man.
Straight run, nothing going on there. And he manages to get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. 2nd and 9 coming up here. Ball on the 45. I formation here. Straight in the middle, and he meets the defense. Maybe a yard on the run by the tailback.
Yeah, not too much on that run.
With these linebackers sitting back waiting for plays like that, it'll be very hard for this offense to pick up yards on the ground.
Under pressure, intercepted. He's into the open field. And they'll return this one all the way. Touchdown! So a great play by the defender to give his team 6 points.
Kirk, he made it look easy. You can tell this kid has seen the end zone before.
That was a very good play, and that will certainly help build his team's momentum.
And he converts the extra point. So with just over a minute to go here in the fourth quarter, our score, Colorado State 70, Oklahoma 31. And it looks like they're ready for the kickoff. He kicks it off. He makes it to the 32-yard line.
Let's see how the defense responds now, coming off that big play just a moment ago.
One thing I know they don't want to see is that defender running down the sideline again.
This quarterback needs to be a little bit more careful because this defense is excellent on capitalizing off of mistakes.
And a pickup of about 7.
7-yard gain on the play.
It's second down and 3 to go.
We're down to our final minute of this ball game.
Ace backfield. Not much room there as they hand it off straight up the middle. The back gets 3 on the carry.
3-yard gain on the play.
It's third down, and this offense is about 3 feet away from that first down marker. New running back now into the backfield. Comes it right to his fullback.
I like it. I like it.
Well, on third down, we expected them to go to the air, and they did just that, picking up the first down.
That's right, sweetheart.
They line up with one running back in the backfield. 3 wide.
They keep it on the ground with the tailback. He caught some key blocks and was able to turn it into a 10-yard gain.
10 on the play.
Second and less than a yard. Ball on the 42.
And we got a new man in there, running back.
They'll go with the run once again. Makes it to the 34. I don't know about you guys, but I don't think there's anybody on the field right now that could beat this guy in a foot race.
I agree, Brad. He's in a class by himself when it comes to speed.
And you can't coach that kind of speed. You either got it or you don't.
Another run. He couldn't shake that tackle. And this one's all but wrapped up with the final score, Colorado State 70, Oklahoma 31. As we take a look at our Pontiac game-changing performance, Kirk, let's get your final thoughts on this one.
I have never seen a team so heavily favored lose by so much. Oklahoma is probably asking themselves, how could we let this happen? Brad, the explanation is simple. One team showed up to play a football game, and the other one didn't.
Well, that does it for this presentation of NCAA Football 09. For Kirk and Lee, I'm Brad Nessler. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time.
Thank you for attending today's ball game. Please drive home safely.